So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Welcome to another amazing episode of the crazy week that was with Barrister Neze. And if you're new here or you're already a regular watcher and you're not subscribed, do hit the subscribe icon to stay glued to this beautiful face, bringing you all the sweet, delicious gist happening in your world, okay? So without further ado, let us dive right into all the stories that made this week the crazy week that was. She called me brother, I call her sister too.
I call me brother, I call her sister too.
Oh Diego. So this week, let us talk briefly about this brother and sister turned husband and wife, Olakunle Churchill and Rosy Miro or Miru. So for those that do not know this gist, do not be alarmed. They are not real life siblings. I'm going to give you all the cocoa. Churchill is the ex-husband of A-list Nollywood actress Tonto Dike, and their marriage packed up a few years ago in the messiest and ugliest of all scandals. So Tonto had granted an interview where she shed light on her own story and opinion of why their marriage packed up. First, she accused Churchill of being a fraudster, an imposter, sexually impaired. Oh yes, you've heard of that 1 minute man allegation. Tonto accused him of being a 1 minute man. She also accused him of being a cheat, of cheating on her in the course of the marriage. Now, Tonto had alleged that one of the major problems that existed in her marriage with Churchill was Rosy, and that they were having an affair. Yes, that they were sleeping with each other. That was Tonto's allegation. An allegation that both Churchill and Rosy debunked at that time. Debunked, unbunked, and rebunked. It was bunkering all over. Rosy categorically asserted that Churchill was just a brother to her, just as she was just a sister to him.
It's irritating to the ears. It's just like saying, are you sleeping with your brother? This is someone that, he's a mentor to me. This is someone I look up to. This is somebody that I've known for years. He's like part of my family. He's like a brother to my mother and an uncle to me and my siblings.
So it was a big wonder when shortly after the marriage between Churchill and Tonto crashed, Churchill and Rosy announced that they were getting married. She called me brother, I call her sister too. Hey, Mama so far she got like 6 tattoos. Wait first, I'm coming, we're getting there. So immediately this happened, Tonto's fans really swung in to Rosy and started trolling her and accusing her of being responsible for breaking Tonto's marriage. I'm like, wow, King Tonto said this, so she told us that you were the one sleeping with her man. But you denied it and said that he's your brother. What is going on here? Brother and sister has gotten married. While some other people were like, oh please, it's possible that they were just friends at that time. And Tonto was just being over suspicious. And it's possible that they were just friends. And after Churchill and Tonto broke up, they're single. They eventually fell in love and got married. That is another theory. So let me know what you think at this point in the comment section. After all, some of us right here, watching me right here and right now, you were perhaps friends with your husband, like just basic friends, platonic friends. Even at that point, maybe you were dating somebody or your husband was dating somebody, and somehow love just managed to bring you guys together. You broke up with your man, he broke up with his girl, and you guys, friends, just turned to lovers. It's very possible. Or do you actually think that Tonto saw what she saw and said what she said, and Rosy was romantically involved with Churchill at the point when he was married to Tonto? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now, what has constantly worried a lot of internet users is what they describe as Rosy's unending enthusiasm to bring the marriage to social media and prove that they are happy. In other words, constant public validation. They say that today, Rosy is posting a long episode of what her husband has done, how he's the best man in the world, how he's this, how he's loving, what he has bought for her. Tomorrow, she's posting herself pounding yam for her husband, constantly being in our faces to tell us that they're happy. A lot of people fault these moves and consider it very superficial and suspicious. They're like, Rosy, are you really happy in this marriage? Blink twice if you're not. Tonto do pass this one, oh. Tonto back then would buy gifts and say Churchill bought it for her when she was the one that bought it for herself. What is going on? Are you okay in that marriage? People say that because of the circumstances surrounding that marriage, even if all things were not okay, she would want to die there. So people would not laugh at her that, oh, we told you. So they were like, that's how Tonto was going at it. You know, telling us today, my husband bought me this, my husband bought me that. At the end of the day, how far? Which way? Which way, Nigeria? Result, where everything came out to the open, and she admitted that she was the one buying all the gifts by herself and pretending that it was the man that was buying it for her. So people are like, Rosie, calm down and enjoy this man in peace. What are you constantly trying to prove? He's all yours. Take him. Enjoy in private. While on the other hand, people are like, no, you cannot tell a grown how to act in her marriage. If she wants it low-key and quiet, it's her choice to make. If she wants to flaunt her marriage and tell the whole world how happy she is, it is entirely her choice. So yeah, this week Rosie released a video of herself in the kitchen pounding yam for her husband Olakunle Churchill, and people were like,
nah, this food is confirmed.
yes.
Yeah, 2023 pound a yam.
So let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think this constant public display is superficial and that she is trying so hard to prove to the public that she's happy with Olakunle? Or do you think that she's just doing her thing, living her life? As one woman's field can be another woman's gold. And if she has found gold in a place where Tonto described as swine, then it's her prerogative to flaunt it how she likes. Do let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Genuine or fake? Now, this week's crazy week that was cannot end without me discussing a very sad and tragic incident that happened. An incident that would make your stomach churn and your skin crawl. This true life incident happened in Embu County in Gimari village in Kenya. It is the sad story of an arson attack which left 7 members of the same family deceased, dead. It is the story of suspected arsonist Mr. Wanjala Boaz, who had earlier disagreed with his wife, whom he shared 2 children with. After back and forths and being unable to resolve the differences in their marriage, his wife decided to put an end to it and moved out of their matrimonial home. She basically moved on with her life and got remarried to a man from Embu County, there in Kenya. Mr. Wanjala, after learning that his ex-wife had now remarried, was enraged and began sending threats to her. So here is what happened. On this fateful night, Mr. Wanjala, armed with gasoline or whatever he used, went all the way from his residence to Embu and lit a house ablaze. A house he believed was occupied by his wife, his ex-wife, and her now husband, in an attempt to burn them to death. But very most unfortunately, that house belonged to a completely different family. And that was how this innocent family of 7, comprising of a man, his wife, their 3 children, and their 2 grandchildren, got perished in the inferno, all of them. When this scoundrel discovered what he had done, he took to hiding. He fled. The fugitive fled. But he was eventually apprehended by the police and is now facing trial. All the victims that perished in that inferno had now been buried, laid side by side in a big grave, all together, during a very sorrowful and heart-wrenching funeral. It beats my comprehension. I would never be able to understand how one would choose to kill another person just because they cannot have them. A life that you didn't give. This story is painful. Not like it would have been less painful if it was the woman and her husband that was burned. It would have still been painful. But it's just so much more particularly painful that these innocent children, these innocent family, all 7 of them, wiped off out of the surface of the earth for an issue that they knew entirely nothing about. May their souls rest in the bosom of the Lord. and may justice in its highest form be served to this perpetrator. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's episode of the crazy week that was with Barrister Neze. Let me get your reaction right in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not, and give this video a big thumbs up. Stay glued for our next one because we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.